Hi, it's Mits from MyLifeMits. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is the beginning of March, which means I get to look through my Hobonichi Techo, flip through the empty pages that I have, and do the Journaling by Fives art challenge. If you haven't checked out my previous video, I will link it below, but I did something called Journaling by Five, and there are five different topics, and each session is supposed to be for 15 minutes, but that's for I think 20 pages or something. But this month I had 8 blank pages. Last month I think I had 5 blank pages. I gave myself 4 minutes last month, but I think I'm going to give myself, I don't know, 5 to 6 minutes to work on this first topic, which is to work on my background, and I get to use my paints and inks. So I'm just using the Daiso watercolor. I just squeezed out some paints in here. I'm also using the distress stains that I have: cracked pistachio, peacock feathers, twisted citron, and picked raspberry. And then I recently purchased these little watercolors. These are the I think it's whole bean watercolor, artist watercolor. This orange one is called Brilliant Orange, W047. This green is W069 in cadmium green pale, and this is W110 in cobalt violet light. I have never used these before, but I saw some reviews online saying that they were really good, so I wanted to give it a shot. So I just kind of squeeze some out here, and yeah, hopefully you can see that. And so I'm going to give myself, let's give myself 6 minutes, let's say 5.5. Oops. Maybe they don't, let's do 6 minutes. They don't think they do 5.5. So let's start. There's 2 minutes left. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm not going to look back at my pages, or I am going to nitpick and stuff. So let's see how the pages turned out. I think I kind of squished some of the pages too much. There's this one here. this one. This one. Oh, that's too bad. I think there was just too much water there. It looks kind of watered down. Here's this one. I think with the journaling by 5's, it's a little bit better because the pages are all separate. You can allow them to dry separately, and because I'm using the Hobonichi Techo, I'm using this wax paper or baking paper in between, but it's adding a bit of texture, which is kind of neat, I guess. Okay, sorry about that. There's airplanes flying above, so I think I'm gonna let this dry. I don't think I'm gonna do all like 5 different videos. Maybe I'll just kind of bunch them together. So my next session would be texture, which is collage. You can use scrap pieces of paper and then just kind of collage them on top. Maybe I'll put that in the same video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Alright, so I'm back to do session number 2, which is adding texture, collaging in and using your, I guess, stuff that you have, like scraps that you have lying around. And I'm going to be using this decoupage paste from Daiso. It's just a small 30 ml bottle. I looked at the pages and they're not fully dry yet, but I think I'm just going to go at it. Yeah, I just grabbed a whole bunch of scraps that I have. Music sheets, some doilies, pretty Chinese calendar, and I also received a whole bunch of pretty flowers and scrap pieces of paper from Wei. And if you haven't checked her out, please do so. She has a YouTube video. She's extremely super talented watercolor artist. She has some tutorials on there as well. I will link her videos below, but I received some beautiful stuff from France, so I absolutely can't wait to use it. I've already started using some of her stuff, but I just have some pieces of paper, some tissue paper, packaging, and this flyer that I got a long time ago, and I kept it. I think this is from Australia? Oh, I don't remember, but I just thought it was neat. I haven't seen one of these in a long time, so yeah, I think I might use that. This time I'm going to give myself 6 minutes. I hope 6 minutes is enough, but we'll see. So let's start. late, so I gave myself an extra 3 minutes. So I guess I went over by 3 minutes, which is not a big deal. Everything took 9 minutes, which is okay, I think, for 8 pages. So let's see how they turned out. There's the first one there. It's really pretty. I think I need to dry these before I move on to the next one. Either that or I'm putting on way too much paste, decoupage paste. Here's the other one. I don't know how that's going to look, but the doily kind of disintegrated there. It kind of went onto this baking sheet. But anyways, that's pretty too. Maybe I'm putting on way too much paste, or I should let it dry before I move on to the next page. And there's this one here. This one here is really pretty as well. And this one here I have to cut. I guess I can put it to the next page here. And then the last 2 pages. So those are the 8 complete pages for step number 1 and 2, which is background and texture, and I'm absolutely loving this. I think I'm going to be doing it every month. It's just, I've been looking forward to it, actually, to be honest with you. And I know some of you have also incorporated this into your Hobonichi or your journal as well, and I think that's awesome. If you want to know more about it, please do check out Shannon Green. I think she's the one that started it off, and of course I will link her video below. But yeah, it's just so freeing, and I can just do whatever I want to, and I just love this whole process. So I think the next video I might combine the two, or I might not be able to. The next one is pattern, which I can use my stamps and stencils, but I think I should let that dry. I've learned from this lesson that I should let these fully dry before I go into the next one. So I think the next one I'll do stamps and stencils, and then maybe the number 4 and 5 I will kind of combine together into one video. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope this gave you some kind of inspiration, even if you just want to try it out with 1 page or just a couple of pages in your journal. I think, you should just go right ahead, use your scrap pieces of paper, even if it's like junk mail, like these flyers, these supermarket flyers. You can use packaging, tissue paper, things like that. Alright, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.